All right, guys. We are going to do a quick live feed, do some quick technical analysis on a live stream. I'm going to give everyone a minute to jump on here. I'm going to cover a couple things that I was looking at, one from a Bitcoin perspective and two from a couple alts that I was also looking at. Let's see. And if you guys are on here, drop it in the chat. Let me know where you guys are from, where you're tuning in at. I might be able to do a couple requests today as well. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in real quick. So for those of you who are in the Discord, yesterday I did post a chart for this move up to 55K. So I'm going to pull that up real quick just so we can recap it. I was looking at this as a deeper retracement right here, obviously, because this is basically the impulsive wave that I drew. I was looking for a deeper retrace on the 4, which basically we could be looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This right here was the 3rd, and this right here would be just a tiny 4th, and then this would go up for this one going up here for the 5th. So if we go into the Discord here, let's see. Right, so yeah, this is where we were yesterday. So that's where I was looking for a deeper retrace down here, basically the 48.3 for a wave 4. I was counting this as a completed 5-wave move for a 3rd wave, but we didn't get that. So I'm gonna have to reevaluate a little bit and kind of go from there. So again, if you guys are not in the Discord, make sure you jump onto the website, which is going to be in the information below, blockchaintatrading.com. You can jump in there, get exclusive content to the Discord for traditional market updates, crypto updates, positions. We have several full-time professional traders in here giving our alerts, so make sure you guys jump in there. So let's go ahead and dive back into the chart. So I'm going to scroll out here, and I just want to look at a couple things on a higher time frame. One of them is being the RSI and how much the RSI has pumped back up. So we kind of did have a little bit of a descending trend line here, which broke on the RSI back up to the upside, and rather quite quickly. I'm going to actually take some of this off so we can do a higher time frame analysis with making it a little bit cleaner here. So again, guys, this is the daily. All right, so we had a couple different I guess options that were on the table for us, and one of them is that this was the C wave, and that this right here would be coming down for another C wave, which would basically make this whole thing right here and basically our A down, our B up, and then another C down. Okay, so with this move here, that move is off the table in my opinion, just because this right here was the possible move to get the 5-wave move down, and if we do a fib extension on it, or a trend extension, so we did that as an AB and then a C. I mean, we came close to the 382 on it. That's not much of a flat correction. That's not much of a C wave. Normally we'll look for something fairly close to this, at least to the 618, which would have been back down here about 32K. So I'm not necessarily seeing that as a C wave to finish up and come back down. So I'm not really considering that anymore. The other option is that basically we had this as an AB, or I guess a WXY correction within here, because this is a pretty clear 5-wave move up. and then we'd be looking at this really as an ABC correction right here. So if that's the case, then we're looking at this as potentially either being a wave 1, and this is the 2, and we're starting our wave 3. But if you pull the retracement from where we went on the move back, you can see we hit the 0.5 literally to the T on this move right here. And I'm really looking at this as the wave 1, 2, and honestly, this whole thing right here can be a third, with an overextended third, with it, correct for a fourth, back down to 52K, back down to 50K, and then up again. So you can see that we are right up here at the top of the volume band as well as top of the bullish control zone. So looking for a little bit of resistance right here at this point, possibly move back down, test our fast moving EMA as well as the bottom of the bullish control zone and kind of establish that as support. VWAP is crawling back down a little bit, which generally is a leading indicator of a bit of a pullback. So it's something that we also want to be paying attention to. Potentially be looking at a wave 4 coming up in the near future if this is an extended 4. Now if this is a wave 1, we can pull our targets for our wave 1 right here. Wave 3 would put us at 104K, and then we would have another wave 4, and then wave 5 would get us right up here to about 150K to 160K. So the possibility is 100% there for this to go, for Bitcoin to go to 100K by the end of the year. Quite easily, to be honest with you. So basically what we'd be looking at, this would be our wave 1, our wave 2. This would be the start, so this would be a wave 1 inside of the wave 3. So we'd have our wave 3, our wave 4, and then our wave 5 up to 166K. And now if that's true and the fibs stay true on the macro scale, what we could be looking at is a wave 3 up here at about 104K, a pullback back down to 77K, and potentially down to 64K is what we could be looking at for a pullback back down to wave 4. Okay, so that is the bullish aspect of it. This right here, the only other option that I'm really considering, and again I want to try and look at a bullish option and a bearish option is to have this as potentially as a wave B, so A, B, and then another C back down. We're basically having our ABC right here, and we'd have another C leg down and then launch back off. So that is the other option that we could be looking at, like so. Something like that, where we'd come back down and retest basically 46.2, 46.3, somewhere within there, within that ballpark. All right. Now, if we look at again the smaller time frame, this is the 4-hour. For a wave structure, again, ABC right here in the middle. So I'd look at this as wave 1. This is our 2. Now 1, 2. 3, 4, and then this potentially could be a 5th. But if we did do the trend-based fib extension off of the wave 1, yeah, that would make this basically an overextended third right here. But yeah, we tagged the 55 quite nicely. So from a pullback perspective, so if we did a fib retracement, that's where I got these, but basically the 51.5 down to the 48.9. If this is basically going to be our third of our 4th wave correction, and then potentially an extended, a little bit, I guess it would be end up being truncated at that point for us to get back up and retest somewhere around that 60K mark. 65K for the weekly resistance point. But from this aspect of it, normally what we'll like to see for a determination of the third and fourth is to have that bearish divergence present. We don't have that yet. So it does, to me, look like it does want a little bit of a pullback. Indicators are getting a little toppy. So I would look for a pullback, and I'm actually going to be interested in stacking in a couple positions right here within this area, really between that 55.5 and the 49K number, to look at some potential support zones on this guy here. But I think from a holistic view of the 100K run, and obviously from what I've covered, the 100K plus run, everything is intact. So. But all in all, guys, that is what I have. That's my quick analysis on some higher time frame projections, as well as some short-term ones. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the Discord, but wherever you're at in the world, good afternoon, good evening, and or good night.